Okay, welcome to middle splits. I hope your hips are ready for this. It's going to be a juicy one. So we've got our blocks and maybe a can of beans if you don't have blocks, just something that's elevated like this much, a chair and a pillow in case your knees feel a bit sensitive, but you can just have roll your yoga mat over if that's suffice for you. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to stand up on our mats and we're just going to start rolling our neck, so tilt the neck from left to right. I swear every week I've changed angles. I quite like this angle. It's a good one. And then bring your chin to your chest and keep going left to right. So we're just going to target the back of your neck a little bit more. Focus on your breathing, and then we're going to start to take it in circles, big circles around. Try and look at every part of the floor around you. So to the side, look at the floor, in front of your toes. Try and look at the floor behind you. Keep your shoulders down, so you're pressing your fingers down towards the floor. And the other side, so change direction. Keep really looking to exaggerate the stretch of your neck as much as you can. And then we just do a tiny bit of shoulder. So you're going to give yourself a big hug, and then you're going to open your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're going to do 10 quite fast. So 1, and open. 2, and open. Breathe out, in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and then circle the arms back. Open, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, big circles with the hips, circle, circle, circles, all the way forward. Press your bum as you press them forward, and then stretch your hamstrings as you lean your chest forward. So squeeze the bum, stretch the hands. Other side, change. Might feel some clickety clicks. Just really massage those hips out. Open them up. Good, and then we're going to do this thing called chipping from side to side, where you chip your hip up towards your shoulder, and it's just going to loosen the sides of the hips. We're going to 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, forwards and backwards, 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1. Good, shake it up. Perfect. And then we'll just go on to the feet. Rolling over the top like we usually do, 10 on each side. So pressing the toes, really nice stretch. Roll over and then press the front of the foot forward. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten the knee. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake that one out. Change sides. This should feel easier each week as you're practicing them. So stretching on the front of the toes, like on the ball side of the foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So that's nice and stretched out. Good. A little wiggle. And then final little warm up. We're going to bring our feet together. Try and fan your toes out as much as you can on the mat. And your ankle bones are almost touching. Don't worry if they don't completely touch, but just almost. Then we're going to think about just tilting our body weight forward a little bit so it's not in our heels, it's distributed throughout our whole foot. And you're going to reach your hands up, try and tuck your tailbone under so you're a really nice straight line and you can feel everything stacked on top of each other. Take a few breaths, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're going to rise up onto the top in releve. Keep pushing your weight into your toes so you can really come up nice and high and then lower down. So we're going to do 5 really slowly. You're going to be as tall as you can be and as high as you can be on your feet. And up all the way and down to the floor. And up. Full extension, down to the floor. That's 2, up. Full extension, down. Your bum should be working as well. Squeeze your bum. 4, up, down, and your calves. Last one. Get as high as you can go. You're going to stay. Really extend up. Squeeze your quads, lift your knees. Lift your shoulders up. Maybe a bit higher on those feet. And down. Good. Give yourself a wiggle. They're really challenging, very simple, but sometimes they want to fall over. Okay, so starting at the top of our mat, we're just going to do a little sun cell like we normally do, and then add a little bit of leg to heat up the legs. Let's move my bring it that way. So when you come to mountain pose at the top of your mat every time, I want you to remember to completely stack your body so you're feeling easy, nothing's too engaged. Inhale your arms up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Rock the weight into your toes a little bit. And you can bend your knees if you need to. And you're just going to lengthen your hamstrings. Just keep the weight forward in this position. And then step back into plank. Press the floor away. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you come down through chaturanga. So, chaturanga, up dog, roll over your toes, squeeze your bum, and down dog. Push through your shoulders. Open your chest. Step your right leg forward, find a lunge. And you're just going to rock forwards and back, forwards and back. So through your back foot, toes, heel, toes, heel. Squeeze your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, place your knee down. And then bring your hands onto your thigh. Really deep into that hip flexor. Bring your hands overhead. Stand up. Squeeze your bum on the back bum cheek, and then your quad is also engaged. Bend and straighten. 9 and up. 8 and up. Keep pressing your back heel away from you. 6, lift up your fingers high to the ceiling. 5, 4, tummy's in. 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold this one down. Hold it here. Try and lengthen your hip as much as you can. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. Squeeze your bum. Keep it lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands on the floor. Step back into your down dog. Left leg comes forward. Ready to rock. And 10, up. 9, up. 8, up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep the legs straight. Good. Bring the knee to the floor. Stretch that hip. Bring your hands up. And breathe. So really allow your hip to sink towards the floor. Inhale, arms up, ready for those lunges. And 1, squeeze your right back bum cheek. 2, 3, 4, lift up. 6, 7, 8, keep breathing. 9, 10. Good. And then hold for 20 seconds. Make sure your back leg is straight. Lift your arms up. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down, down dog. Pedal out your feet. Good. And then up onto your tippy toes. Walk yourself all the way up to the top of your mat. Stay in releve. Squeeze your ankles together. Come up into mountain pose. In releve. A lot of attention needed. All the way up with the arms. Lift up through your calves. Ribs in. Quads up. Engage with the eyes. Bring our arms down. Keep lifting up with your legs. Squeeze your bum. Lower your feet. And give your legs a wiggle. Perfect. Inhale. Lift up. Second set. Down. Stretch those hamstrings. Weight comes forwards a little bit so that your legs can really stretch. And remember, you can bend your knees if you need to. Okay, hop or jump or step, whatever you want to do. Back. Chaturanga, squeeze your shoulder blades as you come down. Up dog. Down dog. Good. Right leg steps in. And then you're going to turn sideways on your mat and stand up. Cool. We're going to do 10 half cross-ups to the side. So we're bending down and then pushing up through the same leg. We're going to do the whole sequence on the right side and then we'll move over to the left. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, use your bum. 5, keep your knees tracking over your toe. 2, 1. Good. Now, as you come down, I want you to turn your left leg out. So your knee is facing up. You come all the way down into a full Cossack. If this is really difficult and your foot is off the floor, like this, I want you to get a block and just place it underneath your heel for a little bit of support. So wherever you are, just use that. Or your can of beans, of course, if you don't have a block. Good. Then you're going to press all the way back up to stand and all the way back down. And the leg comes out, remember? So my left leg is turning up. 2 more, up and down. Last one, up and down. Good. Sit on your left bum cheek. We're then going to turn our right leg in and out. In and out. So this is internal rotation of the hip. And out, that's 3, 4, and out, 5. Good. Keep it on the floor now. Turn to face your long leg. Point your toe and stretch down towards that foot. Roll up and stretch. Roll up and stretch. 3. Keep pointing your toe. 4, 5. Good. From there, you're going to then roll onto this foot. So you sit like this on your foot. Stretch forward and up. Forward and up. Forward and up, rippling through your spine as much as you can. Don't worry if you're not going too low, it's just about feeling the stretch in your leg. Good. Then from there, you're going to bend your left leg. Sit down on the outside, on the inside of your heel. And then you're going to twist and look over your left leg. So we're just going to do a nice twist here for a couple of seconds. If this is too much on your knee, you can come back to sitting on your foot and twist. Straighten your left leg. Open your right knee. Find yourself back into your Cossack. And stand up. Perfect. Other side. So we're going to go 10 half Cossacks on the left leg. 1 and up. 2, so the foot stays on the floor, the right foot stays down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do 3 with the foot turning up. So the right leg, knee is facing the ceiling. Full Cossack and up. Remember to put the block under your heel if you need to. And up. Last one, down and up. Good, all the way down into your Cossack. Sit your bum down on your right leg. Internally rotate your left hip. 1. It's not about how far you can go, it's just you want to feel the motion of the internal rotation. So if you can only get halfway to there, that's enough, okay? You don't have to touch the floor. I think we have 1 more. Good. Place the foot on, the knee on the ground. Point the toe, and we're going to roll. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Sit on your heel. Point with the toe. 2, 1. Good. So wherever you feel it is good for you, either stay here or drop back down to the floor. You're going to bend your right leg and then twist over to look the other side. Think about your breath. Push the floor away with your right hand. Good. And release. Perfect. So we're going to come back into the Cossack. So we're opening the right leg, opening the left hip, setting ourselves up, and push back up to stand. Nice. Perfect. Wiggle your feet in. Wiggle your feet out. Keep wiggling them out, and we're just going to test to see where our middle splits is at the moment. So you're just going to keep your feet on the floor, keep wiggling your feet out. Your knees are facing towards me, or towards the screen. They're facing forward, not up. Good. And we're just going to hold here. Push your weight back a little bit, because you have a tendency to want to come forward. Think about squeezing the outsides of your bum cheeks. Maybe come down onto your elbows. Wherever you are, just breathe. And then wiggle your feet back in. Stand up when you're ready and give yourself a wiggle. So when we're in middle splits, we want to be thinking about using this side of our body. So it's our side glutes that's lifting our legs to the side. And then you're also trying to engage your abductors to try and just keep lifting your leg like this. The stronger you are to lift your legs out this way, the easier your middle splits is going to feel, because you don't want to rely on gravity to just pull everything open. You want to think about the muscles lifting you up. Does that make sense? Just like when we're in the front split, we're thinking about the back side of the leg and lifting it up. In the middle split, the muscles on the outsides of the legs are lifting you up. So just to kind of get that into our mind, we're going to grab our can of beans or our block and just place it on the floor. I mean, we'll start with it. I'm going to start with it like this. If this is too difficult for you, then just drop it down, okay? Or if you really want to challenge, you can start it like this. But I'm going to go. So if you have your can of beans, you just choose what you want to do. So you're going to place your leg on the block. So the inside part of your big toe, the side of your big toe should be resting on the block, and my knee is facing forward. My hips must stay as square as possible. We're not using our side obliques to lift our leg, we're using the side of our bum and the side of our leg here. So try and maybe put your hands on your hip bones and make sure you feel them, that they're not moving around. So we're going to keep the leg nice and straight, try and lift up through the torso, shoulders back and down, and you're going to lift the leg and down off the block. So we're going to do 20. So set yourself up, make sure that you're just using your glute. Your inner hip muscle here will burn by the end of this. So let's go. 20, 19, tiny movements. 17, 16, 15, 14, tiny movements. 11, 10, straighten your legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That same leg is going to come forward. We're just going to do 5 of these. You're going to lift it up, externally rotated like a ballerina, so my knee is facing out. You're going to take it to the side, squeeze that bum cheek you've just worked, and then back to the front. So it doesn't matter if your leg's down here, that's absolutely fine. And back to the front, but you must stay turned out. That's 3, and in, 4, and in, 5, and in. So I'm going to wobble on them. Cool, give your legs a wiggle. Switch the sides. And we're going to do the other side for 20. So hold those hips, make sure they don't move. Make sure you're completely straight. And 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, lift up tall, 10, point your toe, 7, 6, 5, use your bum, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it forward. We're going to go for 5. Out. Keep it externally rotated. Forward. Out. Use your bum. Good. Out. Forward. Out. Forward. Out. Good. Give your legs. And we go. We're going to go back down into our middle splits just to see if we can activate those muscles that you just switched on. So, straight in. Same method as before. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Try and find it. Squeeze those bums, those hips. You might be a little bit lower this time. I definitely am. Good. We're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Try and find those hip muscles that you've just been working. Knees are facing forward. 5, 4, 3, use your bum, 2, and 1. We're going to shoot your feet back in, use the leg muscles. And stand up. Perfect. Nice. Grab our chair. This angle. Perfect. Has anyone got any questions while we're just setting up chairs?
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi. When we do the middle split like that, you know, when you were saying with the front split that you activate, you know, the back side of your leg and relax the front, is it the same for this? Like, obviously you're activating all those sides and the glute, and do you try and relax in the front? Is that the same?
Yeah, so your quad doesn't need to be turned on in the middle splits. But yeah, the side glutes and then the muscle down the side of your leg. I mean, I'm still finding it really difficult to engage that. I think it comes with practice, but just if the intention's there that you're trying to engage the outside of your leg, your muscles will naturally start to turn on in that area. So yeah, side booty, back of your leg relaxed, front of your leg relaxed.
So hard to isolate.
It's so hard to isolate. I know. The stronger we become, the easier it is to isolate. It's like those really big men, like in the gym and on TV, and they can like twitch all their pecs and stuff because they're really strong in those areas. So they have the muscle isolation. So it's just us learning that basically.
Thank you.
No problem. So this one is just going to be a little bit of a hip stabilizer. And then we're going to move on to hip flexors and pancakes. I've got some really cool homework for you this week. I just hope you've got enough room in your houses for it. Okay, so on the chair, we're going to start standing up. You can place your foot out in front of you as just a little bit of a stabilizer, but the main work is coming from the standing leg. So just make sure that your foot's facing forward and you feel really nice and comfortable in the distance from the chair. So we'll just do 5 with the foot placed on the floor. Not much weight should go in this foot. And then if you feel like you're happy on the after 5, the last 5 you're going to do with your foot elevated. So I'll just give you a little example. You're going to sit down and stand up, or on the last 5 you're going to sit down and stand up. Okay? That looked really easy, but they're horrible, I promise. So let's everyone start with your right leg, just so we can burn our legs together. Lift up through your torso, but keep your ribs in. So like, try and think about length, but don't flare your ribs. Keep them in and lift. So we're going to go for 10. And 1. Up. 2. Up. You can lean forwards a little bit to come up. 3. 4. 5, and maybe challenge yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Give yourself a wiggle. Well done. I hope you guys found them okay. We're going to move on to the other side now. Try and control the descent, so don't just flop onto the chair. You know, you want to just place your bum nicely like a lady. Let's go. 5, 4, regulate your breathing. 3, 2, not much weight in that right leg. Good. Start to challenge yourself now. 4, 3. This is my weak leg. 2, you always got a weaker leg. Last one. Good. Give your legs a wiggle. I hope they were too horrendous for you. Move your chair out of the way. This is a really good homework for you to do at home if you ever feel like you want a bit of a leg burner. Just smash out a couple of sets of those. Dragon squats next. These are a newfound friend of mine. Eventually you want to do them without touching your foot on the floor, but today we're just going to take it easy and then work it up. You'll probably see these again when we do splits training in the next course. So we're going to practice using our hip flexor, like the exercise we just did. So I want to see that happening first. And then we're going to take our leg all the way around behind us, all the way around until our foot touches the floor very lightly. So I'm not bearing any weight like we just practiced on the chair, I'm just stabilizing myself a little bit. Then I keep pushing that foot away from me to the side as I come down, using this leg, pushing my knee over my foot to bring the knee onto the ground. Sit all the way down so you have external rotation of your thighs. And then we're going to stand back up again. So you're going to lean forward, the weight comes into this leg, the standing leg, all the way up. Now watch me, I lift up my foot, find my stable hip, lift my leg, come back to my external rotation of the hip, and then bring it back in and down. I'll do it faster on the other side so I'm equal, and then you can see. Up, round, start bending the standing leg. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. To a little yogi sit. Up, use this leg, up, up, up. External rotation, keep the hips square as much as you can. All the way in and down. Looks fun, doesn't it? We're going to do 5 on each leg. We normally do 10, we're going to do 5 today. Are we ready? Yep. Let's do this. Right leg first. So we're standing on our left leg. right legs are working. So, hip flexor up to the side, round to the back. Gently rest. Start sliding it lower. Good, bend your knees. Sit down. That sit down needs to be really controlled. And up, and lift. To stand, bring it round. Hips are square, bring it through. And down. Okay, you're going to do the next one. So, let me get you all up. And up. To the side. And round. To the back. Bring it down to the floor. Sit it back. Oh, you guys are amazing. All the way. Stand up. Activate. Bring it round. External rotation of that leg, please. Straighten your knee and down. Yes. And up. To the side. And back. Sweep it down. Sit down. Little yogi. And up. Stand. Keep externally rotating. Hip is down and equal. All the way to the front. And down. Good. You've got two more. Up. To the side. Round. To the back. Slide down. Imagine if we did 10. You'd be crying. All the way down. And up. Stand. Bring it round. Externally rotate that hip to the front. Last one. Up to the side. And around. To the back. Sit down. All the way. And up. Weight in the left leg. Externally rotate the right leg. To the front. And down. Good. Give your legs a wiggle. So it burns the standing leg just as much as the moving leg. It's a double whammy. We're going to go to the other side. Let me just put the I'm trying to open the, just for the recording, make me bigger. There we go. Okay. Ready? Standing on the right leg. Please make sure you're externally rotating the moving leg all the time. I see some of you coming down like this. I want you to come down like this from the hip, moving out. And up. To the side. Round to the back. Sweep across. Push your knee forward. Sit down. And up. Lift. To the side. Externally rotate. Forward. And down. Legs up. To the side. Round. Sit down. Nice and slow. And up. Stand up. Woo. Round. Externally rotate here. Keep the hips nice and equal. And in. Two more. Up. Side. Around. To the back. Sit down. Up. Weight in the right leg. Externally rotate your left leg. Forward. Last one. Up. To the side. Round. To the back. Sit down. To the floor. Stand up. Don't lose it on the last one. Good. And down. Give your legs a wiggle. Good. Well done. Perfect. Maybe shaking from side to side. Try and stretch into the sides of the hips. Those stabilizers have been working super hard. So we want to work on trying to go down. I've never actually tried this, I've just seen people do it on one leg. So as you come down, you keep sliding. So close. But get really nice and controlled on that last descent into that little sit, and then you want to sit back up without your leg on the floor. But we're all working on things, right? Okay. Next burner, before we get stretchy for the last 10 minutes, can of beans or your blocks. If you are very strong in your legs, 2 blocks or 2 cans of beans, and you're going to sit in a straddle, and you're going to pile your blocks. This is the last goal. Okay, we're going to progress up to this. So let's start. Choose where you want to start. Okay, you can either start on the side. Please don't start like that. Like, you all can do better than that. So here or here. Yes. I'm going to start here. And I've got 2 blocks, so I'm going to do this for now, and then I'm going to change it back. Your hands are going to stay in front of your pelvis. Try and keep them flat on the floor at all times. Don't come up onto your fingers. All you're going to do is lift and over. Okay, we're going to do 10 on this leg, 10 on this leg, 10 together, quite fast because it's the first go. So do a little practice one. Feel good. Don't want to see this, right? That's cheating. Like, see how I'm moving backwards? You need to keep your body lifted as you move your leg. If you feel like you can't help but do that, you need to lower the block. Okay? You must stay lifted. All the strength is coming from the hip flexor and your core. So let's just crack on and do it. Let's keep the hands flat on the floor. 10 on both legs. Let's do singles first, see how we get on. And 1, and back. 2, and back. Don't move your body. And back. 4, keep your legs straight. 5, turn your leg out like a ballerina. 7, 8, 9, 10. The side. 10, and back. 9, and back. Keep your legs straight, and back. 7, and back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Perfect. Give your legs a little massage. They're tricky. Then we're going to do 5. Let's not mess around too long because I want to make it a bit higher. 5, both at the same time. So your hands need to be really close together, otherwise they're going to get in the way of your legs. If you feel like you want to put them here, feel free. Whatever, just get them over. Let's get it done. And 5, and back, and 4, and back, and 3, back, 2, back, 1, and back. Good. Give them a wiggle. We're going to do 5 on both sides at our absolute max. I'm going to see if I can do this. If you guys were like this, then you're going to go like this. Or maybe you were like that, so you could do this. You know? Or you could try this. Let's see how we go. So we're just going to do one leg first. Our hands are going to plant one on outside, one on inside, just for a little bit of extra stability. And 1. I did it. And 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. This is 4. Back. Last one. 5. Back. Good. Other side. And 5. Back. 4. Back. 3. Back. 2. Keep breathing. 1. Back. Good. Give your legs a wiggle. They're really tricky. Nice. Bring your legs out into your straddle, just a comfortable straddle. One block or one can of beans. We're going to do 10 side, forward. I'll just show you quickly for a demo. Look at my free arm. 1, switch. 2, hold, up. Yes? So we're going to do 10. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, blah, blah, blah. Keep your knees pressing into the floor as much as you can. I don't want to see any gap underneath the knee, if you can help it. And your toes must stay pointed. Do not flex your feet. Keep them pointed. And up. 1. Change. 2. Down the front. 1. Number 2. 2. Change. 2. Together. 2. And up. And a 3. Up. And a 3. Up. And a 3. Up. And a 4. Up. And a 4. Up. And a 4. Up. And a 5. Up. And a 5. Up. And a 5. And a 6. Up. And a 6. Up. And a 6. And a 7. Up. And a 7. Up. And 7. And 8. Up. 8. Up. 8. Up. And a 9. Up. Nearly there. Up and down. Up. Last one. Good. And a 10. Up and a down. Good. And a hold to the side. Reach, reach, reach. Try and think about pushing your left hip onto the floor. Keep breathing into your ribs. Stretch your neck long. No compression. It doesn't matter where you are. I just want you to feel the stretch inside of your body. Just keep breathing. It will open. It just takes time. Squeeze your shoulder blades together if you can. And up. To the other side. Shoulder blades together. Keep pushing your right hip into the floor. Left elbow into your left inner thigh. And breathe. And up. Forward. Push your beans forward. Press your legs into the floor. Don't let your legs fall in, so keep pushing your toes out. Think about trying to get your little toes on the mat. Keep your back straight as much as you can. Do not lead with your head, lead with your chest. So think about your neck being in line with your body. Your quads in this position, a straddle, should be engaged now. This is not a middle split. This is a pancake. Pancake is when we are completely flat on the floor. So we want our knees to be facing up, not forward. So we're using external rotation in the legs to keep pulling the legs backwards to lift our knees up. So our bum is working here. Good. Bring your hands just above your knees. Bend one elbow, straighten the other. Bring your chest to the inside of your thigh. And up. And a 2. And up. 3, lower back should be stretching. 4, up. 5, keep pressing your knees into the floor. Up. 7, up. 8, roll your shoulder in, roll it in. I think that's 9. I don't know, this is number 10. Good. Okay, without using your hands, bring your legs together. And open. Close. 3. And use your bum. And 5. And 6. 7. Use your bum. 8. 9. 10. Full pancake. And up. Good. Shake those knees together. Froggy sequence. Just before we do our homework prep. Everyone feeling okay? Anyone got any questions? Time to have a sippy of water if you need one. Oh, I've really got through all my lesson plan. No questions? Are you feeling okay? Your hips okay? Good. Puss, puss. I see you, puss, puss. Okay. If you're pretty low in your middle splits, I want you to use your blocks. If you don't have a can of beans, then, if you have a can of beans, then you just don't use them for this, it's not good. This is when your pillow will come in handy. Pillow is going to be under the knee that's on the floor. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do a bit further. Oh, it's not like this. And then this leg is going to come out nice and straight, and you're just going to come forward in your position. It's called a half frog. So, knees facing forward, one leg is in frog, one leg is straight, as much as you can. Let me go try and do it sideways so you can see this way. So this foot is in line with my knee. So the bent knee, my foot is in line with, and then I come out and straighten that leg. So just let your hips sink down towards the floor. And now push your bum back a little bit. We're just going to hold for 20 seconds, not long. Remember what I said about squeezing the sides of your bum. Try and keep your legs nice and lifted. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch over. So half frog on this side, knee facing forward. Make sure your bent knee is in line with your ankle. If you wanted to be a little bit more hardcore, you could put this knee on a block underneath. 20 seconds. Squeeze your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And come out. You might come out like, whoa, like that. That's good. Give your hips some love. A little massagey. If your hips are like this far off the floor and you really feel a stretch in your groin, please stay here. If they're like this much and there's a gap, but they're still quite open, like you are flexible, you have your middle splits nearly, I want you to put your knees on the blocks anyway, because you'll just progress faster if you push yourself harder. So you're gonna come onto the blocks. If you're still feeling like this is way too new to you, you stay on the floor, off the blocks. I'm going to come in this direction. Knees come onto the blocks and full frog, 100%. Okay, elbows on the floor. Push your bum back a little bit, so you don't want to be over your knees. See how my hips now are over my knees? I want to push my hips back so that they're either behind or in line with my knees. You might need to adjust your blocks if you're feeling like you're going to fall on them. So make sure that you're comfortable, and actually you'll find a space where you think, oh, that's the most natural position for me to be in. Bring your feet so they're in line with your knees. And then we're going to circle the feet. Squeeze your outer booty for 20 seconds. Circle one way. Keep squeezing your bum. You've activated it so much in this last hour, so it should be fired up and ready to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to change the direction of the circle. Keep squeezing your outer booty. Try and keep your body still. It's just your legs that are moving. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax your feet. Then you're going to push back and forward for 10 and forward. Keep squeezing your bum. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to hold it back. It should be the most intense part. Hold it back a bit further for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And come out really slow. And give your hips a little massage. Perfect. Okay, so the last little moment, and this is also your homework, so I just want to go through this with you so you fully understand it, is called a swim through. And it combines both your straddle and your middle split into one exercise. First of all, it will feel a bit rough, but as you keep practicing it, as always, it will become easier. So I just want you to go into your widest straddle and your deepest middle split now to see how far you've come in this last hour. So we'll start with middle split. You're just going to walk your feet out. Remember the positioning of the knees facing forward, the bum is back a little bit, and your outer booty is squeezing really nice. Keep squeezing the outsides of your legs. Maybe look over your shoulder. Sometimes it helps to just loosen up those hips. And then come out. Notice how just then, if you were watching, I rolled into a straddle. My knees came up. My legs are really wide. I've just gone from middle splits to straddle. And I'm still engaging the sides of my bums and my hips to turn my legs out. Middle splits to straddle. Okay. Some of you might feel like you're here, and then to get to your middle splits, you need to bend your legs a bit and walk your hands up. So I just want you to practice that. Go from your middle splits to your straddles. Perfect. Looks good. Just find that movement, middle splits to straddle. It's really tricky. And honestly, I promise you, when I first started these, I was I was like, straddle. My middle split was like here. And you just have to keep practicing and you'll get lower and lower and lower. So the homework, I'm just going to take my mat away so I can show you this properly. A swim through. That was my chair, not my bum, of course. We're going to start in this position. Mine is still, we're still working on them, so it's not perfect just yet. They never will be. Always progressing. So, pike, straddle. I'm using the side of my bum. Then from here in our straddle, I'm going to tilt forward into my middle split. And then I'm going to push my feet back behind me together. Then I'm going to reverse. Try and wiggle into your middle split. Up to straddle. Forward. It's a swim through. So eventually, once you get a little bit comfortable with these, we can make a full motion. Yeah, I want you to try 3 if you can. Keep yourself as low to the floor as you can and make it really nice and smooth. I'll do 2 with you and then I'm going to watch the last one. Can you just watch me 1 second? If this is happening to you, that is absolutely okay, and that is exactly where you need to start. If you have to like come to here and that's as far as you can go, and then you're up here and then you're using your arms to sit down, it's fine because you're still engaging everything you need to. So we're going to do them together, and please just persevere where you are. They will become a lot easier the more you practice. So let's do 2 and then I'll watch yours and give you some tips. And I hope you have enough space in your house. One. 2. Good.
There's definitely not room to do this in here, so I'm gonna have to just keep doing straddle to middle split to straddle at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, that's a good idea. Like if you don't have enough room, just do middle splits to straddle. Yeah. And when you come back in enough space or back to onyx, we can do them. Nice. Katie, I'm watching you do, yeah. Nice. Really good. So that's like lifelong homework for us all because I really need to work on these too. So if you just like video yours today after this class and then just keep it in a bank somewhere, and then we'll just keep practicing them and try them again, I don't know, in the summer when everyone's warm and bendy, and see how they've improved, because the winter is not the easiest time to stretch. To cool down, we're just going to do a little internal rotation sit and a nice little breath work, and our last 3 line alive breaths. But thank you all for doing this course with me. It's been amazing. I've loved teaching it, but it's not the end. We've still got more to come. So last one. You're just going to cross your legs one on top of the other, and you're going to feel a really nice deep stretch on the inside of your hips. Sides. And then just breathe, find yourself in a comfy upright position. If you feel like that's okay and your knees are meeting, then you can start to lean forwards a little bit. But just don't push it. This should be just nice and relaxing for you. Just going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Think about tucking, arching your tailbone, like tucking it and pushing it away, like what feels the best for you. And then, watch me, we're going to stand up on our feet and we're literally just going to twist them so that our other knee comes on top. ninja. Good. And then just gonna relax into this one. Sometimes it can feel really horrible and tight, and you just need to surrender and allow it to open. And then release. Give your hips a little rub. We've done a lot of work today. And then we'll sit for our last lion breath. So we're going to sit on our toes. So lion's breath is, I don't know, Tilly, if you've done this before. So we breathe in really nice and deep. And then on the exhale, we open our mouth, stick our tongue out as long as we can and look up. And we're gonna make this noise like a lion's roar, like with fogging up glass. So it's like a noise, okay? And I want you to stretch your mouth as wide as you can, release all the tension in your face, and you should feel a lovely stretch all around your mouth and in your eyes, and the release of lots of energy that will help you settle for the night. So we're going to come up onto our toes. We sit like this. Ready? Like lion, pants. And hold on to our thighs nice and gently. We're going to inhale and do 3 lion's breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And give yourself a big clap and so much love, lion love to you. I love you loads, and we'll see each other soon. I hope your hips feel amazing.
Heidi?
Yeah.
Will you be starting the splits classes from next week, will you?